I am out visiting the gentle giants after a week of rain. The storms were fierce and the winds were strong. The gentle giants enjoyed a nice big drink. While some dropped their limbs in the wild winds. Rain and storms are cleansing and are catalysts of change. Some changes are tiny. You really have to get your eye in to see them. Life is impermanent. In my own life, when I have accepted changes, whether great or small, I have uncovered seeds of hope. For dark times do not last forever. And I find comfort in that thought. So I've just returned from my walk, Wonder Weavers, and we've had severe thunderstorms almost all week. Fortunately, we're safe and sound, but it has meant that I've been indoors a little bit more than I would like. I love being out in nature, and I don't mind actually walking in the rain, which makes me curious. Do you like to walk in the rain? This week, I have been working on the Goblin's house, or the House of the Nisse, and I'm hoping to reveal the exterior just in time for Christmas. I've really enjoyed working on this project so far, and it's helping me realize just how far I've come. If you're new here, you may not realize that I'm fairly new to making miniatures, and the doll house is helping me make time to experiment and to try new things, and I'm really, really grateful for this project. It's been a wonderful gift. So speaking of the dollhouse, this week I'm going to share how I put together a hope chest, or also known as a blanket chest. And I'm curious, Wonder Weavers, does your family maintain the tradition of keeping a hope chest? I have good friends who had glory boxes, and so during their teenage years they would be gifted things to put into the box, and then they finally used them after they got married or entered adulthood. So I'm curious, does your family maintain that tradition? I'd love to hear from you and hear how your projects are going, so feel free to share with us in the description box below. Don't forget, you can connect with me on other platforms. All of my details are in the description. So let's get creative. I spent part of the week exploring hope chests, and I came across, in my research, Swedish painted chests, and I fell in love with them. So I've decided to try and make a miniature version. I'm planning to make a 1:12 scale chest using measurements I found online as a guide. I've worked out that the chest will be around 8.9 centimeters long, 4.2 centimeters wide and about 4 centimeters in height. This week I felt like playing with paper, so I've decided to make the chest using the papier-mâché technique. I create the frame from corrugated cardboard. I cut a base, a top, and 4 sides. With hot glue I assemble the base and the sides, creating a box. Next, I tear strips of paper. I soak the strips in a PVA and water mixture, remove the excess liquid, and then place the strips long ways on the frame. I am laying the strips long ways because I'm curious. I would like to know if laying the strips this way will help me create a grain-like or wood-like texture. With my hands I try and smooth the edges of the paper. Once the frame is completely covered, I put it aside to dry. Once dry, I repeat the process another 3 times. Once the 4th layer is dry, I lightly sand the chest. Next, I gesso and paint the parts. Instead of painting the chest, I've decided to cut out motifs from a William Morris pattern. With my hobby knife I cut out 2 identical motifs or elements. I had to play with some jewellery fittings and I've decided to make a hinge for the chest by creating a hoop at the opposite end of an earring pin and hooking an embellishment onto it, and finally closing securely the hoop. With matte medium, I glue the paper or the 2 elements to the front of the chest. I then super glue the hinges to the inside of the chest. Laying the chest on its side, I then super glue the lid to the earring pins. And for decoration, I glue an embellishment and 2 earring pins to the front of the chest. I make some final adjustments with the hinges, making sure that the lid can open and close. It's looking good. And the first item I put in the chest is a blanket in preparation for the colder months. So Wonder Weavers, I hope that you enjoyed this week's vlog, and take care, stay well, and don't forget to play. Adios. Ciao. It looks like Muffin's found a new bed. Muffin, off the blanket.